Alright, we're back home. See, the only problem with stopping it, I don't know how to join them together. That's what I need Walty for. Alright, the nuts for this come up from the bottom, and I'm pretty sure they're a 1/2 inch, 5/16. The strap. See the loose nut? Sorry. And this one here is 9/16, right there in front of the upper hose. Here, you just settle down, Ike. I'm the tool man. Cutting into my hydration time. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Alright, let me get you set up so you can watch Ike make a fool of himself with his little lady hands. Alright, let me give you a ratchet and a socket. Here's a 1/2 inch. Here's a 9/16. Well, you're going to need the 1/2 inch first, and an extension with the 9/16. Just because I know. You don't get this pretty and this old not knowing something.
It's true.
I'll tell you, I ain't even food line either. Now, I know it ain't Sunday, but time to hydrate. Hot outside. What the hotel is going on with the weather? This time last week I was wearing a hoodie and gloves. This week I'm sweating. Bub don't like to sweat. I usually only sweat when I'm throwing out my taxes. I'll tell you what, I had a heck of a time getting them hydraulic lines. I had to put the big one in first.
I saw it. I was like, first of all, they don't look like they reach. So it looks like you gotta pull them.
Well, when we were pulling that engine out, we bet something. We did something.
I could tell that it was gonna be a bitch because it's a bitch when you gotta pull something and line threads up. It just never wants to grab the first thread.
Yep. And that's basically what was going on. But I managed to get her. What I did is I took my my big persuading bar with the little hooky on the end of it and kind of jostled everything around. Got it slid down in there, got it hooked up. Didn't tighten it, but I got it hooked up. And then the one we took out, I got to thinking, we took that out after we had the engine out. So getting that thing back in there with the engine in was a feat in itself. It was like a Chinese long division problem, I'll tell you what. And I ain't even food line. But I got her in tight. We're looking good. Ain't good looking, but we're looking good to date.
I like it.
And your marking of all the wires and whatnot was very helpful. Everything went back together just the way it should have. All right. Well, I'm going to give you another little jigsaw puzzle there, old boy. Just to see your manual dexterity and your lady hands come together. You're going to put the gas line on. Now, you got a little advantage
Fuel line.
because there's a rubber hose connection in there. Yeah. Now you got to figure out which end goes where.
I know this end goes to the bowl, because I can tell.
Yeah, because they're two different size fittings, buddy. One's a female, one's a male. Even Ray Charles could have figured that one out. That's why I gave you this mission. And I didn't feel like squatting down like that. When I squat down, I don't get back up. I think it's got to go up through that little hole there
See that? Where does this go in the car?
on the bottom. Yep. If you notice that thing you got your hand on there, I bent that out of the way to get them hydraulic pipes in there. So we gotta push that back into place. That was a temporary customized thing. Just get both of them started before you tighten them. Roger? I'm pretty confident she should fire off. I'm pretty confident we should have cured the old leak, and it's gonna smoke for a little bit because they are new rings, and it probably should have been at least cut 10, 12, 15,000. But anyway, it's better than it was, hopefully. It's been here so long, like the tire's flat, for God's sakes. Jeez. It was 16 degrees when we pulled the engine out of this thing. That was dang near 6 months ago.
I'll walk outside to go get it and start it up and be like, where the fuck's the tractor at? Oh, you're right. It's still apart. You got that thing on yet. It's slacking.
That's alright. It's been fun. If we get this thing done, get her out of here, I can get my roof fixed. Keep the leaves from flying in here. Folks at home might see some of it on the floor. I did do a little cleanup this morning. When the wind was blowing the other day, man, them little helicopter gizmos. Relentless. And that one tree the neighbor has, it puts out something that looks like bran flakes. I don't know. I don't think they taste like bran flakes, and I'm not going to try. But I will say this, it's been fun, Ike. And I'm really digging the motorcycle. Now I want to apologize to the folks at home there. I didn't mean to put up 3 videos last week. I mean to put up 1. The motorcycle video was supposed to be tagged onto the back of Ike's butt crack there. But it didn't work out that way because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a idiot. But it is pretty cool. I haven't really done anything with it, but give it a class 1 tidy, which basically is wiped it off. It looks pretty. It's very pretty. I like it. But the carburetors definitely need to be cleaned. What's the matter there, Bob? Oh, you need to get in. Okay, I got you. Carburetors need to be cleaned. Tank needs to be cleaned. Definitely needs a battery. Needs air in the tires. Needs everything checked. But it ain't got nothing. It's just over 8,000 miles. 2001. Shit, I got 8,000 miles backing up to a curb on a motorcycle. It's beautiful though. It's cleaned up very, very nice. Can't wait to get it fired up. I think it's really gonna sound good with them Vance and Hines pipes. You alright over there? Get both ends started before you tighten anything. I remember correctly, that would be a 1/8 inch. Let me see if I can pick up my 1/2 inch wrench with no looking. Up above you are amazing. No eye, first pick, 1/2 inch. I got the feel. Let me tell you a little story, Ike. I was born in a blizzard.
Born where?
In a blizzard.
Okay.
My mom and dad lived across the driveway over there. My grandma and grandpa lived over here. And my mom's pregnant, getting ready to have a baby. And we got like 3 foot of snow. Electric was out. It was cold. So they went to my grandparents' house, right across where my house is now. Short walk, but in a blizzard, being pregnant probably was a little bit more difficult than I'm giving her credit. But anyway, my grandfather had a wood stove that you cooked on, an old style in the basement, and they had a hand-dug artesian well that you could still pump from. So they didn't need electric. They had oil lamps. Now they had electric, they had indoor plumbing, but they also had this. So I was actually born in my grandparents' home, delivered by my grandmother. And when they were coming across the field here to get to the house, they didn't have time to drag a bassinet and all this other who-struck John. So after I was born, they didn't really have no place to put me. But my grandfather had an old oil pan off a tractor in the basement, and they put blankets or whatnot in it, and they put me in the oil pan and set me on the corner of the stove to keep me warm. And my mom used to tell that story And she said that's why the boy is nuts about bolts, because he was born in an oil pan.
I like that story.
So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't
I
remember.
think it is.
It might all be bullshit for all I know. It all might be a bob.
I don't know what kind of tractor it was.
The what?
What kind of tractor it was.
I don't know. It was probably a John Deere. That's all my grandfather had over there. He drove Pontiacs. He liked his Pontiacs. But he had John Deere's, a couple Graveleys, an old Ford. Old Ford flatbed truck. First thing I ever drove. Probably the tractor was the first thing I ever drove. Yep. It was fun growing up around here. Everybody had a dirt bike or a mini bike.
Got the wrench.
I do, right here in my hand. You tell me if it's the right one. Does it work?
It does.
Dang. You think I know what I'm doing?
You were born in a goddamn pan.
Born in an old
Born
pan.
in an oil pan. Down there.
Ike.
Like they were like Moses in a wicker basket.
Yep.
The Moses of tractors.
I got oil and rust running through my veins.
In there.
The smell of gasoline and diesel. Burning rubber. My favorite smell is differential oil. Burnt transmission
Burnt
fluid.
trans oil.
Oh, that's the smell of money to me, baby. Back in the 70s when I was doing automatic transmissions.
Bigger one for you.
Oh, you need a bigger one.
Size.
Oh, my stars and daughters. Let me see if I can pick it. Up, 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 up. Oh, here we go. No, behold, it's a 9/16. What's that sediment bowl in there look like, Ike? What's the sediment bowl look like?
It looks pretty clear.
Clear?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's shit at the bottom.
Because we were sloshing that thing around if we were going to slosh anything up.
Shit at the bottom. I see it.
All right, well, that's good. And it only draws off the top. That's what the whole idea of a sediment bowl.
Yeah, I see that now.
It's like a filter. And I'm assuming the rocket scientist that owned this thing before you cut that steel line to put a inline filter in it, and it did nothing but leak. That's why he took it out. It's amazing. So many people try to re-engineer the wheel when the wheel's already engineered quite well. Easy, big fella.
Strip them off.
Don't strip them. Bring that socket that's on that tire that's gonna fall off over there.
Tight enough. If it leaks, then I'll have to look at it.
All right. Turn the gas on.
Turn on.
Turn it on. Let's see if it leaks. Only one way to find out, buddy. Let her rip, tater chip. Here, let me start lighting some matches to see if we got a leak.
So it's dancing right there. See no leak yet.
I'll probably smell it before anything. What do you want to do? You want to put the radiator in, or you want to hook up the battery and see if it's just going to click over?
Yeah.
We could look like heroes or zeros here in about 2.2 seconds. Oh,
Battery now or radiator?
I'd say let's see if we're heroes.
Huh?
I'd say let's see if we're heroes. Put the battery up. I charged it this morning. Let's clean those terminals before you do anything. They look like dookie. And that was done in a half inch. That looks like the 16s. It is! Alright. Let me, do a little clean, dust and clean as it were. What? Alrighty. I tell you what, brings back old memories.
Huh?
It brings back old memories. I like it hot, but I don't like it uncomfortable.
I like it hot over cold, that's for sure.
Yes.
I've worked in the cold.
Humidity.
When you're cold, you can't get warm. When you're hot, you can just suck it up.
Yeah. Suck down some cold beverages.
Sweat, you gotta face it, it's over your sweat all that. But in the cold, I mean, your hands can't get warm. You're trying to do something.
And there's been more than one morning that I've gotten off a piece of equipment and put my gloves over the exhaust pipe just so I could get through the morning. And I ain't even think about it. All right, there. Now, I'm gonna go over here and sit down. I'll grab my light so it don't fall off. Alright. Let's see what happens. So where the onions do her.
That's
I
right.
don't know what's gonna happen. But I hope nothing catastrophic happens. Put it that way. Only one way to find out, my young friend named Mike.
Alright, you ready?
Let her rip, Tater Chip. Make sure the thing ain't in gear and run over me. Already been down that road once. What's the matter?
Key things going in there, it's done this a million.
What's the problem? The nut that holds the wheel. Tired of looking at your butt crack. Like, get her done. What's going on there? The people at home are in suspense. This is going on 20-minute video. We ain't done shit. hinge is not spinning, the belt's not tight enough.
Well,
No.
that's the one that you showed me how to tighten. Remember I told you was to really do that, I did it by hand. And I went in and tightened it, probably more than the thing up.
Yeah, this thing's clear. Big hat there. Oh, yeah. Shit.
What?
I think your belt's too long. It's on the end of the strap.
The belt always gave me problems.
Well,
Where again? I know a trick.
what's your trick?
Flip it like this when I do it. That's how I
Don't
used
do that.
to tear my fingers up.
Yeah.
That's how I did it until you showed me how to do it.
Look, show the boys and girls at home. Doing something
There
stupid.
it is. It's the
You
finger.
can't fix stupid, Ike.
You got them
But
forward
you
just
cut
in
their
time.
fingers off.
Fucking clutch that here.
I know.
Jesus, do I ever that noise now? You did that for years before I tightened it. And you used to be able to do the finger
Well, that
flick.
thing's tight because
You
it's
got it all
got
the
brand
way.
new
I
rings,
see you got
brand
it
new
all the way.
bearings. That's the wrong way. Right to tight, left to loose. All right, don't break it off. All right, don't break it off. Take that out. All right, I think it's still gonna spin because you need more. Yeah, it's still spinning. I don't think that's the right belt. It sits too low in the groove.
What?
It sits too low in the groove.
I think it is the wrong belt because it gave me problems forever. But then when I did tighten it, it did work. But I think now it's.
Well, we're fucked.
Give it a.
No! No.
Let me just
You-
turn it to the. Not
Well,
top.
go ahead, turn it, but don't
Because
leave
it's
the
at
key
top.
off. Turn the key off.
Is that top dead center?
Well, it was before I moved it around.
Does it matter which way?
No, you can turn it any way you want. I don't care. But all you're turning is the fan right now. You're not turning the crank. Push it on the belt and push on the fan. Watch your fingers. Push in. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Push in on the belt on your left side. Yeah. Yep. Take your right hand and push down on the blade of the fan. The blade of the fan. The blade of the fan. Push in. Now pull it out. Push in. On your left hand, push in. Push in and push with your right hand down.
This?
Turn it. No, the fan. All right, I think that's 3/4. Hold on. I believe it's 3/4.
I think it's just tight.
I know, I told you. It was gonna be tight because we put new pistons, new bearings. And it hadn't had a hole in it since I put it together. It's only been sitting in. Here, try rolling. Come here.
There it is. That's what
With the
Start
main
this
crank
like,
there.
start this like an old 1930s fucking cranker.
Just roll it over. a few
Now, does
times.
it matter which way?
Yeah, tighten it up.
This way?
No, tighten it up. You're going to the right. Crank it over a few times.
bolt just pops off. It's like really close to the head.
I think you're gonna be getting a belt. That belt sets too low to pull it. It is a little tight, but all my assembly fluid's done wore off. Crank it around a couple times. I've buttered that thing up pretty good too. Alright, I can see this is going nowhere.
I was trying to find your loose spot, but it still stays.
Yeah, well, like I said, we just rebuilt the engine. Alright, folks. No, you're just smoking a belt. Smoking it. Say goodbye, Ike. Alright, folks, thanks for watching.
We'll be back.
We will be back. We'll show you the first fire up, but see what happens. If not, I know I ain't gonna be able to splice them together because I'm not that smart. So, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget, you heard it first right here on Roller Derby. Have a wonderful day. Keep cool. See ya.